is 1879, but it is a history not our own. The guns of the Civil War are silent thanks to an uneasy ceasefire between the forces of the North and South. The Great Quake of '68 sundered the California coast, revealing the superfuel called ghost rock. This in turn powered an age of new science, driving men mad with ambition and something else altogether. The United States is divided into 6 nations in a constant state of conflict. Meanwhile, malevolent and sinister forces work from an unfathomable realm to twist the wills of men to their vile machinations. But one thing remains the same. You live by the gun, you die by the gun.
And we are live. Thank you for tuning in to the League of Gentlemen Explorers Wednesday Deadlands Reloaded show. You might notice a couple of things. First and foremost, that the credits there are a bit out of date. And that is in part because we are looking for our fourth. You could very well complete us. All you have to do is join the Discord, hit that follow button, submit a little application, be available every Wednesday night, and you could be here in the Weird West. You know, AV and non-general assholishness, notwithstanding. But I am your marshal this evening and every evening, Will Thompson, the head of the League of Gentlemen Explorers here. Here with me are three of my longest standing compatriots in the Weird West now. We are 5 months into Deadlands together. And, well, not all of us, really. Because, one of us was playing the immortal. Well, no, that's not accurate at all, is it? The quite mortal Jeremiah Decker, who was stabbed in the eyeball by a cultist and died, unable to be revived, and our other two posse members were grievously wounded in the battle for Lost Angels. And what was the last thing that they remember hearing? I think it might have been something like this. And, whoa!
Yes.
Yeah. And there was some loss
The voice
of
call of an angel.
consciousness. The sultry tones of a toad's angel. He's toad's angelic. Which one of our players would like to recount the events of last week?
I'll do it.
Oh, wow. But you weren't there, sir. You were quite dead.
I was there. I died last week. I'm the ghost of Jeremiah.
Is the ghost of Jeremiah? Wait, why do you still get 2 adventure cards? What did you do?
You broke it, not me. I'll keep them, though. I don't know. Why is that?
I have no idea. None of your stuff accounts for it now.
No, I didn't take the broken stuff that I took before.
All right. See. Oh, the hell? Why can Vincent Osborne cannot? I'm not trying to play it.
You played it.
Wow. Okay. Well, you have one now. Congratulations. All right.
All right. So last week we were on our way to the city of Los Angeles.
Lost Angels. That is correct. Yes.
We were traveling with Darius Hellstrom,
Mm-hmm.
the railroad magnate.
The magnate, I think a railroad magnate would be.
Yeah, whatever. We were in the Good Intentions train
That's
car.
right.
And we were about to finish the railroad that would connect the city of Los Angeles to the rest of America, which had never been done before.
That's right.
But we ran into a bit of a problem known as somebody Grimm, Reverend Grimm.
The Reverend Grimm, the, in fact, principal politician and figurehead of the aforementioned city of Los Angeles.
Yep. So we were going to a meeting with Reverend Grimm, and on the outskirts of the city, there were a number of Reverend Grimm's guardian angels. These
How many
cultists.
would you say is a number?
Thousands, I think, is where.
Yeah.
That was in my head, anyway.
Hundreds of red-robed figures, but thousands of allied forces across a front stretching for miles, yes.
Yeah, there was various robots with functioning weaponry, but not quite as technologically advanced as Hellstrom's own.
Right.
Yeah, I have hundreds of red robe figures. But at one point, Darius hops up on a train car, and he's about to make a speech when he's apparently shot by a sniper. It was a little fishy whether or not it was a setup. But he catches one in the chest, falls down, and then all hell breaks loose. It's World War I guess.
Like World War III, you know, not quite World War I, post-Civil War, you know. Like the Spanish-American War. There you go.
It was pandemonium on the battlefield. Yeah. And Joe, Victoria, and JD got pinned down behind the train car. When we looked back, Darius Hellstrom was missing. And we found ourselves separated while a group of guardian angels supported by a automatron, is that what it's called? Automaton. With a Gatling gun attacked us. JD valiantly jumped out and fanned both hammers while Joe ran for cover.
Wait 1 second. How did that hammer fanning go for JD?
Not important.
Not important. Yeah, minor detail.
I shook quite a few of them.
Yeah,
I think exactly a few of them.
Fair. I mean, you can count them on 2 fingers, but that is a few.
Yeah.
So Joe ended up getting behind some crates where the automaton shot the shit out of her.
Oh, yeah.
Damaged her quite heavily, and then she went on to move behind some more sturdy cover.
Yes, she did.
That caused the automaton to cross the bridge. Victoria was letting off rounds with her rifle right next to JD's head.
That's what did
probably,
it.
That's probably the reason he was thrown off balance.
Disoriented.
Absolutely.
But between the 3 of us, we killed most of the cultists.
That's true.
Then as the automaton approached, there was nothing for it. JD was out of bullets. The cultist had already stabbed him. And then he caught the ceremonial dagger to the eye.
Yeah.
Ending his whole career.
That's true. 30-some-odd years he'd walk the earth, a badass gunslinger, only to be unceremoniously stabbed in the face.
That's right.
What are we gonna
He
do
laid
about
there
Theodore
dying.
Grisham now? I mean, man, I had this whole Teddy Grisham thing plotted out. Like,
Well, maybe someday Jeremiah will find himself returned. Who knows?
or maybe he just won't like Jeremiah's friends now. I didn't get to kill him, but I'll get to kill his buddies, everyone who knew him. You know.
And Jeremiah, like the hopeless romantic that he was, did try to take cultist number 4 into a warm embrace as a friend and possibly more.
Right, yeah.
But God came down from the clouds and said it wasn't allowed for some reason. And then
it
so
was just
died.
a blood loss. You slid down the body, leaving a red streak. You didn't get the embrace going on there. There was no pelvic thrust.
Victoria.
It was not to completion.
Victoria, in a moment of sadness, had offered to trade places with Jeremiah, but it was just too late.
He had already come up with a new character concept.
So Jeremiah's dead. Victoria runs to Joe's aid, saves her from certain death before being taken out of the fights. Joe fights valiantly, but the numbers and the strength of the enemies was too much. As she falls to the ground, passing out, she hears
Whoa!
fade to black.
Yeah,
And here
That's
we
a
are.
good retelling.
that was your best
That was
retelling
insane.
yet, honestly. Like, that was nigh blow for blow. Normally, I'm like, all right, here we go. But, I'll be damned.
Well, it was a heavy investment for my character.
It was a
had
big
for
moment.
months. Yeah, so it really stuck home.
And he lost a level in the new character creation, which is rough. Fall a level behind, people, if you die. Although, if everybody dies, then no one's behind,
I know,
right?
everybody, it's reset.
Yeah, we need to have a suicide pact this
But
time.
if everybody keeps dying, right, and you're like, you don't make it to level 5 or whatever, then they start out level 3, I mean, we can regress back to infancy. So we do want to try and keep some forward momentum there. But,
Back to the Christmas orphanage.
yeah. Oh. That was a good one shot. I don't care what anyone says. We have fun there.
That was
Good.
great.
Yeah,
But-
I loved it.
Yeah, you guys are, out of sorts, for sure. Lots of blood loss, lots of bullet wounds. You fade in and out of consciousness. You vaguely look up at the sky and things are exploding, right? You're dragged through grass. Victoria, the wind blows, right? And the sound of it kind of brings you to, and then you fade in and out. People are doing something to you guys, but you're not conscious enough for it to really acknowledge the entirety and totality of what's happened. If I'm not mistaken, Joe, you were shot like 3 or 4 times, right?
Yeah.
Victoria, I believe you
caught.
caught the backhand from a backhoe-sized plow claw on this automaton. Like, neither of those is something that leaves you in fantastic shape. I would go so far as to say, as though you guys were, on the edge of life and death itself, teetering in the brink between 2 worlds. This and another. Joe, you regain consciousness, not sore at all, strangely, in a field where all the grass is black, and it's not like it's been burned, but like it grew black from soil that's blood red and unnerving. The wind howls and whispers, and you don't see anything around that's familiar.
Is it like, so it looks just like grass, it's just black?
Yeah, just black grass. Nighttime here, but I mean, it's not the darkness that is making the the grass black? I mean, if you break it, it's black inside. Like,
Yeah. What if I break it and I like chew on it? What does it taste like?
nothing, like ash.
Nothing. Is there any movement or anything? Any sounds?
Just the rustling of the wind and that strange kind of howl over the top of it.
I'm gonna get up, sit up. And is there any light anywhere, or is it like
Give
the
me
moon
a
or...
notice roll. Yes, because notice rolls don't fail on a trait roll. So, there is a yellow light coming from the horizon in a valley in between two small hills. Looks like it might be coming from a building. You can't see the building, Joe, just the warm glow.
Gotcha. What does the landscape look like? Does it look like it's in the middle of like California or Utah? Is it desert, grassland?
It's interesting that you mentioned that, because with the exception of the fact that the grass is black, why, this could be Utah for sure.
Okay.
In fact, now that you mention it, it seems like a valley outside of the city of Gloom. You know, now the topography around you, it's twisted. It's not the same. There's something, there's a wrongness to the geology, right? The parapets stand too abrupt, right? The hills are a little too irregular, but it definitely, it looks like a, if nothing else, like a crude facsimile of a town you remember from when you were a kid going to visit as part of your parents' mission work.
Yeah. So since this is kind of a crude facsimile, like, what would I know? What would I remember to be toward that light?
A temple.
Temple. Okay. Yeah, she's gonna go the other way.
Yeah. Yeah, now just keep wandering off into the gathering night, right?
Yeah.
Hey, you know it's awesome? Casual strolls through the hunting grounds. That's
exactly what an experience.
Oh yeah, Doubting Thomas, just casual explanation. How the fuck did you get to Utah, and why is all the grass black?
It's a dream.
You're dreaming? Fair, easy enough.
I'm
Boom.
dreaming right now. Yeah, that's or like a lucid dream, maybe that sort of thing. Because I'm sure she's gonna feel stuff.
Yeah,
she's gonna feel herself.
A lucid dream. Yeah.
She just exactly. But yeah, she's lucid dreaming right now. Just I'm sure she'll, yeah. She's gonna walk gonna just go towards that light.
Yeah, sure enough. It's a temple.
Cool.
Only
is
building.
There movement?
Nope. Doors are open, warm light, no movement. Blinding light.
Yeah. Are there any rocks?
Huh?
Are there any rocks?
Oh yeah. Rocks everywhere.
So she's gonna grab one and chuck one at one of the windows.
You're going to throw a rock at one of the temple windows. Yeah.
I'm gonna see if somebody's gonna come.
Go ahead and give me the agility roll.
Okay.
Oh yeah. It goes right through the window. The window kind of wobbles a little. It doesn't crack against it. It doesn't,
But
incorporeal,
does
it seems like.
break?
Nope.
Oh.
It wavers a little, almost as though you had thrown the rock into a puddle.
Gotcha.
The window ripples outward from the
Okay.
impact point, but the rock seems to go clean through.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab another and throw one through the building to like the stone part.
Into the stone part? Yeah, same.
Yeah. Same. Okay. So.
Definitely dreaming. Definitely dreaming.
Yeah. This is All right. She'll go ahead and I guess walk to.
As you approach the doors of the temple, the light is blinding. You can't see 2 inches inside. I mean, you have to shield your eyes as you walk forward.
Oh, is there something off about the light, or does it look like kind of like, oh, it's holy? You know what I mean? Is it kind of like
Give me another
yellow
notice
tinge?
roll.
Okay.
The intensity of it is definitely unnerving, right? Like, you've never seen a temple lit like this, or really anything lit like this, frankly.
Oh, yeah.
It would be, like a bunch of LED lights and today shining outward,
Yeah. And is it like a white light, or is it like a kind
blinding white light? Yeah. Like looking
Okay.
upon the face of God.
Cool. Would she know? Okay, like in Mormon culture, there's usually like somebody who's like kind of in charge of the temple. So like, who would she know? Who would she have like? Guess it's been a few years since she's been.
You
but,
were
like,
8 when you were here, and a girl, right?
Okay.
This was your father's business.
Gotcha.
Like, I'm not sure that. Not to put too fine a point on it, but
Gotcha. All right.
stuff.
Well, then she's just gonna go ahead and. Is there what other like? So she goes to the door.
Yeah.
And it's just bright.
Just bright white, like a wall of light.
So it's a wall. Will there eventually be an end to it? Like, will she break through the wall of light?
I mean, you'd have to step into the wall of light, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Okay.
Are you stepping into the wall of light?
Sure. Yeah.
Give me a no, nothing like that. Victoria.
Hello.
You awake in the ruins of your hacienda.
Victoria gets up as quickly as possible.
Right.
And I imagine she's gonna have like a major headache from standing up too quickly.
Completely unwounded, it seems.
She looks around and just worried in confusion, she yells out for JD's name and Joe.
No Joe, but give me a notice roll. You happen to glance down and notice that your entrails are hanging out from where the claws of the automaton tore you open. In fact, there's one claw mark disemboweling you, another one tearing you clean to the sternum, your breastbone exposed, and then a third one that's exposed your collarbone and seems to have torn open your throat.
Victoria, in panic, just feels around and is completely astonished that she doesn't feel what would be literally something she wouldn't feel. She'd be dead.
You could stick your hand up to the middle of your forearm into the wound in your abdomen right now.
She does that out of curiosity.
Oh yeah, no, it's just a bunch of meat jiggling around in sacks. Except for the bit that's dragging on the ground behind you.
Out of morbid curiosity, she picks it up and just examines her entrails.
Yeah, No, they're guts. They're your guts, for sure. Exposed to daylight. Well,
she'll...
nightlight, moonlight, there you go.
Okay, so it's currently nighttime.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. There is a
She's gonna...
small bundled figure weeping over a larger prone figure. Full grown.
Oh, man. Flashbacks. She picks up her guts and walks over to them.
Just kind of waddles over there with your functioning abdominal muscles. It
Absolutely.
is the charred and skinless, facial remnants of your little sister. The teeth exposed from where the lips have been burned back and the eyes staring sightlessly. And she is crying over the corpse of Jeremiah, who has a knife lodged up to the hilt into his left eye socket. Your little sister turns to you and goes, "You did it again. You had a conversation off camera during this highly volatile emotional moment. Oh my god, maybe the worst time in the whole episode to be distracted.
The moment you said baby, a little baby came into the door. Okay.
Right. Yeah, blaming you
life.
for Jeremiah dying now, too.
Of course. I wouldn't... Oh, man. I wouldn't put it against them. Oh, God. Oh, God. She fucking kneels down. Is your sister still crying, or is she just a charred, soulless person looking at me?
She has ceased crying and is just staring at you, that music box playing incessantly. Her eyelids have, of course, been burned off, so it's just huge eye sockets staring, like piercing right through you. You can hear the chattering of her teeth clacking against each other as she speaks, you know? Her voice is super raspy, you know, due to the vocal cords being fused and melted.
What did she say?
You did this. This is your fault, too. You could have saved him if you had only used your magic.
And you know what? She's not fucking wrong. What does Victoria
bends
do?
down
Yeah.
and examines JD's body, kind of like trailing her like fingers across his deceased face and torso.
That's funny, because his eye opens up, and he seems quite upset that you betrayed him. What does dead Jeremiah say?
Why weren't you there for me, Victoria? I was always there for you. By the way, it hurt a lot.
As far as ways to die go, I don't recommend getting shot multiple times and then stabbed in the face by a fanatic. That's straight out the horse's mouth. That hurt a lot.
So did getting burned alive.
Victoria gets up, and she should be tearful. She should be angry. But again, she feels nothing.
Victoria, give me a spirit roll. Victoria indeed feels nothing. And all of this fades away into a world of agony. Oh my god, your whole body is fire, and it is so fucking bright. Why is it so bright? Hey, Joe. Guess who's getting married?
Not me, because this is a dream.
Yeah, that's right. It's a bad dream. Because you're there in the vestments. You know, they're leading you to the room. The only difference is this time is that, boy, your betrothed there, he was stabbed in the eye.
Who'd have thunk?
Yeah. Black and red blood caked and stained on his face, running into his beard, his scar running down the other cheek. Why, it's Jeremiah.
JD?
Yeah.
Joe, I'm so glad you chose me over him.
Shut that down. Shut that down right now. Well, it seems that I am also going to leave the group now. It's been fun.
It's been a ride.
Been a ride.
Alright, JD, come on. How are you here? This is a dream. This is a dream. Now she's talking to herself. This is just a dream.
It's funny that
you're dead.
and you're kneeling across the altar from him. You were sitting there struggling with it, and boy, one foot in front of the other, didn't you, huh? Yep.
So can I get up? Like push up? Push
Oh
up
man, the
away?
hunting grounds. Boy, you died, didn't you? Yeah. Yeah, you're in hell. I'm not gonna read through the whole Mormon rites again, because it suddenly turns from a marriage ceremony to a much more accusatory endeavor. And Jeremiah takes one of his fingers, now bony and withered and desiccated like he's been dead a couple of weeks, drags it in the blood down his face, and presses it into your forehead. And where he presses it, it burns, it sizzles and crackles, and he drags it down across your face, painfully raking into the meat of your cheek, giving you a near identical scar to the one that he had, if not more gruesome.
Are you kidding me?
He says, now we'll be together forever. And you go out, and your world is blistering pain, just agony over and over, 1,000 agonies, 1,000 times. You have never felt so much pain. It is your entire existence. And both of you, give me a vigor roll.
Yeet.
Excellent. Well, snap. Excellent. You both come to with but a level of fatigue. No wounds. Just a level of fatigue, which is fantastic. And I believe you know where you are coming to. Well, at least in whom in the presence.
Yeah.
Agony, though. Oh my god, everything hurts.
Victoria shoots up in pain, yelling out, Joe!
Yeah.
Joe!
Shut up, I'm right here.
Victoria, you have 3 very gnarly, barely roughshod stitched scars running the length of where you were clawed to. You were clawed to fuck by this. It tore open your rib cage. Frankly, you shouldn't be alive, right? But very fresh, very gnarly, very, crudely stitched together wounds on your chest. And Joe, the 3 bullet wounds in your abdomen are still very much so a factor. You're bandaged up and a lot of pain, right? Those seem mostly healed, but the wound on your face burns, man, like the Dickens.
If I touch it, like, what is it? What do I feel?
Sticky,
My forehead,
oozing, fresh wound. Like somebody had taken a finger and just removed a finger full of flesh all the way down your face.
And it's like what JD's had.
It's from the center of your forehead down across your eye, down your cheek.
Gotcha. Woo! Sexy. All right.
Realizing you're awake, Professor Feelgood cuts the, the sails in the wagon. He says, demonstrations later. Back to the front. Back to the front. You're needed up there. You guys really shouldn't be up right now. Lie down. Lie down. Vincent, bring some of the tinctures over here.
Pero Joe, ¿está bien ella?
In English, I fixed the fucking collar.
I don't know if the ghost rock is still working.
Yeah, it's still functioning.
I feel like Victoria and Joe have been together enough where it's just like she hears the concern in Victoria's voice and she's just like, I'm right here.
Mm-hmm.
And like she's grasped Victoria's hand and just like, I'm right here. And then is there like blood?
Oh yeah,
Victoria's,
no, yeah.
Or something?
Well, like, first of all, y'all are both wearing like, burlap sacks right now. You were stripped and dressed. Because you were.
Oh shit. Okay.
They performed surgery on you, and Phineas here says, I spent the last of the good stuff on you guys.
Thanks,
I'll have you
friend.
know. Well, friend, now we're probably gonna need a couple of shows after all this wraps. I'm just saying, it was quite the expense.
Sure, you'll have your shows. Just
where else am I gonna get more Barracopa vine, huh? Are you gonna go down?
Oh my god!
Are you going to Guatemala? Are you going to Guatemala? I don't think so.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
how'd you find us?
We're on it.
Huh? I didn't find you, frankly. I was headed to the city of Lost Angels. I saw the fireworks came rolling up. Mr. O'Malley drew my attention to him. We've had some previous dealings. And, next thing I know, I'm coming to the rescue of you schmoes. Well, most of you schmoes.
Jeremiah.
Where's JD?
He didn't make it.
Yeah, but where is he? Where is...
I imagine probably lying in a heap beside the Good Intentions steel on a raging battlefield. It's been about 20 hours since we got you guys. And it's about 7 miles away. You can still kind of hear it in the distance every now and then, the thundering. But yeah, we're behind the line right now.
Damn it. God damn it. God damn it!
We didn't have time to get no corpses, you know?
Did you, by chance, retrieve any of him? Not body, of course, but any items?
No, we're not, What are you trying to say I'm a grave robber?
I mean,
you don't steal from the dead. Yeah. I don't know how they do it down Mexico way, but up here, we treat the dead with a little respect.
Yeah, with more respect than you do the living with your grifting.
Well, now,
Definitely.
grifting is a real strong word for the fellow that just saved your life.
And I'm internally grateful.
Are you, though? Because, I mean, I'm not getting gratitude.
No, you're getting attitude.
Yeah, I'm getting a little sass. Yeah.
Joe, what?
Vincent,
What's
where are
going on
those
with your face?
tinctures?
It hurts.
Stay off them. They've been through a lot. You ladies look like you've been beat to hell.
Vincent, describe yourself.
He's kind of a lanky gentleman, goatee, dark features, wears a bolo or a derby hat. He's got a suit on, a cummerbund, and he's about 6 feet tall, probably only about 140 pounds.
Young
so
fella.
tall and lanky, long arms. Very nimble with his movements, though.
Yeah.
Like,
Super
you can
dexterous.
Tell, yeah, you can tell he's quite dexterous and in good control of his body.
A little bit of flair.
He does have a bit of a entertainer look to him.
Probably how he got on with Phineas, yeah.
Flourishes here and there of his movements. You could see him wearing like a red cape, and it wouldn't
Wouldn't be out of sorts, yeah.
But he does have a nice gentle smile and caring eyes, I guess you might say.
And
he does
2 bottles of tincture.
Yes. Which he spins and hands to Phineas.
Who in turn hands it to each one of you and says, I would dilute this in like 1/3 in a canteen of water.
Is it?
I don't think we have water.
Eh?
What is it?
Vim and Vigor juice. It's about 80% cocaine. Like 5% bull semen.
Of course, you always need bull semen.
Well, yeah, how else will you have the vim of a bull? Yeah. It gives you wings.
You told us to dilute it, or is diluted?
Oh, I dilute. I mean, you could drink it straight, but I dilute it.
Do we have water, Joe? I don't think so.
I don't know. I was just.
Gary says, I like to mix it with whiskey.
Oh, Gary, you wonderful idiot. You're the one I've missed most.
Him. Yeah.
He wasn't supposed to have to come and save you for like 3 more months, guys. I can't believe we made it 2 episodes.
We were just...
But that's
Do
fine.
I still have my bag and everything?
Yep, yeah, you guys have all your kit.
Okay. I've got a canteen, Victoria, if you need. We can kind of share it, I guess. The canteen.
I don't, but you know what? Just, you use the canteen, Victoria will drink it straight up, and just hope for the best.
Victoria, give me a vigor roll.
Damn.
You got it. Well,
Oh, Victoria, Victoria. It cures your fatigue very much so.
Yeah,
But
it does.
I am afraid that you really like Vim and Vigor Juice. Very much so. Very, very much so. So there is the minor hindrance, addicted, and congratulations, you would very much so prefer to be under the influence of Dr. Philgood's Vim and Vigor tonic than not.
Ooh. Wow, so just like that?
Just like she took an undiluted, straight up
Yeah.
swig of pure Coke and Burl semen and was like, you know what? This is my life now.
This is my jam.
This is my life now.
Ah,
No, he recommended
God.
you diluted. Well, thank you, Playforth. You're magnificent. We appreciate you.
Oh, you really should cut that with something. It's quite strong.
I don't know, Joe. Maybe you should try it uncut. Tastes pretty good.
She meant to say, I don't know, Joe. Maybe you should try it uncut. I didn't mind it at all. It's pretty good shit. You know, in fact, I feel so much better. You know, these gashes across my chest, they're not actually that bad. Look, I can pull them apart with my hand, and okay, so it hurts a little, but not that much. Like, yeah, no. Congratulations, Victoria. You are absent-minded and now addicted to Coke. I just don't know.
I'm just.
Why
little by
would
little,
you
I'm
have drinking
chipping
it
away.
undiluted?
Yeah.
Joe, are you going to drink it diluted? After
no,
seeing-
she was grabbing her canteen. It was either whiskey or water, and
Right.
so
Whiskey's not a great
Yeah.
idea either, but that's how you end up like Gary.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, no water. Yeah, she's cutting it with some
Water. Yeah, give me a Vigor
and,
roll
like,
to plus
very
2.
little, like mostly water. You know.
Yeah. Vigor roll to plus 2.
Alright.
It cures your fatigue, but man, you do not like the way it makes your mouth go numb.
Really?
Yeah,
Like
your whole tongue
everything?
goes numb, your gums go numb, yeah. Even at that dilution, it was, and it has this weird, I don't know, acetone-like taste under the water. Victoria fucking loved it, but
She's all about this shit
she
right
is
now.
all about it. You did not feel it. Maybe it's the doubting Thomas
Yeah.
in you, but you were like, you know what? This isn't for me. Victoria's like, I'll finish your bottle.
Over there rubbing it on her teeth.
Right, no doubt. No doubt. But, so now we've got that established.
Hmm.
You guys are grievously wounded, but not in any way that affects gameplay. He spent the last of his good stuff again. I mean, where is he going to get that vine from? You know?
Yeah.
You know, he literally had to, it's powdered vine. He had to go all the way to, oh, do you? I will have to check that out, Playforth. But he has to go all the way back to Guatemala, you know, get it powdered. Then there's this whole shamanic ritual that has to be done over it to make it technically sacred. It was a big pain in the ass, so it won't be happening again. But,
Can you just mail order that shit?
oh yeah, no problem, poof. Yeah, you just, yep. Mhm.
Right.
Oh, the magical resurrection? Yes, juice, yeah, Yeah, I got that by the truck. But none of that really matters because Lacey O'Malley is also present. And he says, it looks like you folks been through the ringer.
Hi, Lacey. How
Looks
are
like
you?
it, done it.
What's that?
Joe's just gonna just shake her head and just motion for Victoria to continue because she doesn't have anything nice to say. So
What happened to your pal?
He's no longer living or breathing, friend.
Oh, he didn't make it, eh?
Nope. Nope. Nope.
That's rough. This is a full-on war.
Definitely war. What do you mean war? Let's talk about war. What's going on with war?
What do you mean what's going on with war? It's pretty clear what's going on with war.
No, but who are the two defendants? Who is the two respective teams of the war?
Well, Darius Hellstrom and the Reverend Grimm, of course, and their
What?
various allies.
What? We were working for Darius. How did you? What? No. What? How and what way are they fighting?
Wait, I mean, this was all covered last week, but, you know, you junkie. So they are, so here's the deal, kid. They you followed Hellstrom down here because he was going to connect the rail line, but the Reverend Grimm had different ideas. And now, the Reverend Grimm, the Confederate Army, Bayou Vermilion, and everybody with a cap gun is down here trying to stop Hellstrom and his expedition.
Wait. So why does the father not like Jarius?
Well, because they have competing interests, right? If they bring the rail line here, then he no longer has a monopoly on the food supply.
Joe, what's a monopoly?
It's when, like, a business, like, out of character, I can't explain it very well, but
in character, how would Joe Doggett explain the concept of a monopoly?
Educated enough to do this, yeah.
In 1890.
She's read books. It's when.
It's a board game by Milton Bradley, see?
Yeah.
No, I think it's like 1903 or some shit like that when Monopoly was invented, I'm afraid. Although Ghost Rock might have accelerated the advance of board game technology, so who knows?
Oh shit, we playing Sorry tonight.
I think you played Sorry last week, if I recall how that went.
No one formally apologized.
All of that's neither here nor there, kids. Here's the rub. I need your help, plain and simple.
Being helpful, that's not my game, but I try so fucking hard.
Not really our brand, but, I mean, what's in it for us?
Invitation to something greater.
So you got an invitation to come here, and it wasn't really worth it. So, I mean, if
listen,
means getting shot,
I can't really divulge the details, but I can tell you that it's one way to get the inside skinny about this whole deal.
Well, that sounds ambiguous as hell.
Listen. So, I write page 13 of the Tombstone Epitaph. What I can tell you right now is that page 13 isn't just a bunch of wacky stories, right? It's a secret network of communications between forces that hunt the paranormal.
Do you know how crazy you sound right now?
You're telling me I sound crazy? I believe you were just standing outside of a battle between witches and 12-foot-tall mechanical men, and I'm the person that sounds crazy right now.
I don't know what you think of witches, but...
Zombies and shit. I mean, have you seen the zombie army? That's like, we could go 3 miles down the road, and I could show you hundreds of zombies.
I don't know what that is. Okay.
The Walking Dead.
Vincent's just standing over off the side, nodding.
Right, yeah. You too, man. I need all the able-bodied folks I can get here. Now listen, I watched you guys in the Hellboy. Right, I saw how you dealt with the tunnel critters. I know the Grow can cast spells.
One of our friends just died?
Exactly, and you're all going to die if we don't accomplish this mission. That's part of the problem here. Do you think I'd be revealing this to just some yahoos? I know, it's a grievous moment. Here, you want to mourn? Here, let's mourn. We'll all mourn for a second. Let's share.
We don't need you to, like petty. No.
What's that word that starts with P and ends with ism?
Pacifism?
No.
Patriotism.
It just... Yeah! But that's not the word I was looking for because I said it wrong. But that feeling too.
I know you lost your friend, but the fate of the very world itself is at stake. There are forces greater and more sinister than you could possibly imagine at play here.
Okay. Being
How
real.
about you give us? We'll get back. Do you need an answer today?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Definitely. 100%.
Oh yeah,
What about
we'll do
30
it.
minutes?
3 minutes.
Sorry?
All right. I'll give you 3 minutes. And he walks off.
And then
I'm in.
Excellent. I
nobody
got
asked
one.
you. We don't know who you are.
I did, says Lacey.
Who are you? Go. Do you mind, sir?
This is Vincent
name's
Osborne.
My friend and I. Do you mind? Like, can you give us some space?
She's clearly in a
Victoria.
lot of pain, so
Sure,
why don't you give her a minute there? Maybe she needs some of that milk of the poppy.
Yeah, so Joe's just gonna ignore, I guess, everyone. Just be like, Victoria, I don't want to do this. I don't. We've lost so many people and such. I don't want to. This is getting. I don't know if I signed up for this. Saving the world from zombies?
Joe.
Not just zombies, he pipes up. But yeah, they're definitely a factor.
Get out of here! Victoria wants to be serious with you. Joe, look, I understand. I've been with you since the beginning. We've lost so many people. Two of the most important people that we've met since this time. But aren't you tired of being kicked in the fucking face? Having your teeth knocked in? We can change that. Hopefully. I'm tired of letting people I love just die because of my own incompetence. So if I have the choice, I would do it. Joe, if anything happens to you, I just want you to be with me.
If anything happens to me, if anything happens to you.
Don't you dare try to switch this on me. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry right here in front of all these men.
You guys say, again, wearing like
at him and just be
burlap
like-
sacks and covered in mortal wounds and bandaged. All black eyes and swollen faces, all having a good girl powwow. It's quite a moment. I mean, you guys were fucked up. You did not come out on top.
I just would hate to lose you, Victoria, and I don't know if
Well-
something.
You're gonna lose everybody if we don't solve this thing. He says now 5 feet further away, but still obviously not.
Joe, if you lose me, it won't be because I was taken advantage of or it was against my own will. It'll be because I ended up doing something to protect you and those we care for. Are you with me?
She's just gonna put her hand over the scar.
Not a scar yet. Open wound.
Whoa,
Open,
a wound.
gnarly.
Just finger in that wound, alright?
Yeah, just-
no.
Just look, I can feel my skull.
Look what happens when I touch my brain.
She's trying to stimulate it to, like, you know, get an answer
Think,
faster.
you know, this is now her thing. She's gonna be like finger in her brain. All right.
It's
she's gonna
trepanning.
just-
You had to let the
no.
evil spirits out.
Maybe.
Man, they're getting down with that morning. Yeah.
Uh,
Vincent's got a single
just
tear
gonna-
Right,
running
yeah.
down his cheek.
It's a moment. I mean, I can't describe how, like, filthy and, like, scorched and, I mean, out of sorts you guys, like, literally, you are literally, one of your sacks says potatoes.
You guys keep interrupting.
Oh, no, continue, I'm sorry. I'm setting the scene for the audience right now. They need to know.
That was beautiful. Let me just say that.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Jared's just gonna nod and just be like, I don't know if just kind of hands in, kind of for JD, kind of like.
For JD.
Alright.
For JD.
Phineas,
Oh my God.
Phineas and Gary come over. Yeah.
Oh,
Gary just goes, whoa!
sorry. Thought that was open to everyone. Apologies.
Who are you, dude?
I hired him on for the knife throwing act there. He takes the accuracy tonic, and next thing you know, wow, he can throw a knife through a hoop in midair. It's, you know.
I can do a lot more than that.
For JD. I can't get over that.
Hey,
Sorry, we
Jeremiah, no
done?
more.
We're done?
Yeah. Yeah. Fine. You can tell Lacey I'm not talking. I don't care.
Lacey, did you hear that?
I'm sure he did. He doesn't need it.
What? No,
Alright.
what?
We're in for the thing.
Oh, excellent, excellent. That's,
All right.
that's fantastic news.
Walking.
We're in.
So, I need your help, plain and simple. An old friend of mine, Sam Hellman, is in Los Angeles proper, and I think he might be in a bit of trouble. By trouble, of course, I mean mortal danger, given the stakes that are going on here, right? Hellstrom's going to make his way into Los Angeles, and when he does, well, it's gonna be more like Lost Devils, you know? It's gonna be crazy. But with Grim and most of his flock out on the front fighting, this might be my only chance to get in before that happens. And I can't do it alone. Bayou Vermilion has this whole section held down with some kind of force field. Some kind of barrier of light that we need to be able to penetrate to get into the city proper. And that's what I need your assistance with. And by your assistance, I mean for you to go do while I take care of the wounded here.
How do you expect us to get past the barrier of light?
Oh no. Oh no. Well, first of all, I don't know where your Lucky Charms is. Secondly, well, apparently, there are a couple of ritual points he's using throughout the city. The only one I know of for sure right now is the focal point. It's the graveyard. Well, one of the graveyards. If you were to progress there, it'll be pretty evident. There's a wall of light directly behind it. I would check out there for some kind of ritual. Oh yeah, we're not mourning anymore. This isn't appropriate.
Put some hood shit.
JD's been dead and gone, man.
Alright, oh, do you need the hoedown?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying? Because I will drop hoedown again and I will kill everybody.
Fuck yes.
Don't think I won't.
So we go to the ritual, we stop it somehow, and that fixes your problem.
That punches a hole enough in the wall for us to get through. Yeah.
Alright, fair enough, let's go.
Excellent, excellent. This is the hoedown, by the way. We brought it back. For long-time viewers of this show, we play this pretty much every time we kill a player because it happened the first time quite on accident, right? And ever since then, it's... God, they just get the fuck down, though. Ugh. It really... for this song, out of all the songs in all my sound sets, is my favorite. But it's not mood appropriate, it's totes inappropriate. Because, Why, it's far spookier.
Do you ladies need to rest, or?
It is about an hour hike
Just got shot, dude.
through a battlefield.
Yeah, you look pretty messed up.
They feel surprisingly
No offense.
filled with vim and vigor.
Well, their wounds are bleeding there, GM.
Well, that face
Quite
wound
strong.
is new, too. That wasn't there when we patched them up, so I have no explanation for that shit. Piece of shrapnel or something flew all the way over here?
I wonder if you have ghost rock fragment burrowing into your brain.
Fair point.
Maybe.
Fair point.
I think at least we should bandage it. What do you say, Phineas?
How about this is my body, and I'll tell you what I want, and it's fine.
Yeah, no, it's 1879, lady. You more power to you. You've had the right to vote for like 10 years in this universe. Congratulations, yeah.
Oh, good. I didn't know that.
Yep.
Just,
I'll do
just
a regular
looking out for your head wound and all. Yeah.
It's a
I'm
flesh
gonna-
wound. I mean, it is a deep. You can literally see her skull on the forehead.
Is it deep? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
it's
wasn't,
like the flesh has been removed. You take a man's finger,
Oh.
that width,
Gotcha.
running all the way down there.
Oh God.
No,
Okay.
it's gonna be burly.
Hey, Will, just I guess or an out of character question. Like, if you put cocaine on a wound, like, what does that do? Like on a wound?
It
Does it,
would
like,
numb
it's
it. It's mildly antiseptic, but you know,
Mhm.
considering that it's a tincture that was made by Professor Phineas Feelgood and
Mhm.
some wooden stills somewhere, I'm not sure that I would apply it directly to the forehead. You know,
Well,
it's not head on.
that's out of character.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I wasn't gonna do it. I was just curious.
Why? Now my question is, why do you think I would know? That's crazy. That's madness.
Because you seem, I'm not saying that you might have not known.
Wow.
Just, you seem like you've gotten a lot of experience.
Wow.
I'm being honest.
Wow. No,
I'm being
factually.
honest, like,
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Okay.
I've done a lot of blow.
Okay.
Historically,
Okay.
not in like 15 years, but yes. But,
Okay.
so,
Victoria can do just a regular medicine check on you, Joe.
that's true.
Nothing supernatural.
Oh yeah. I mean, are you up to it? I don't know. Yeah, you've got.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are
If you
very,
want to.
like, torn up, but you're functional. You don't have any stat degradation. You are hyped up on, like, 3 or 4 of his drugs right now. I mean...
Dope. Victoria's up for anything right now, except
Well,
the bad stuff.
Except for
Except
running
me.
out of Vim and Vigor juice in 24 hours. You're not gonna like that, but...
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
You're hopped
Yeah.
up on bull semen.
it's part of it.
Yeah.
Gives you wings.
Uh-oh.
That was a terrible healing roll, Victoria. You
That's-
poker
how
face
the
a couple
hell?
of times and you go, I don't have anything for this.
I'm sorry, Joe. Sorry about it.
There was nothing supernatural about this wound to the face that you can tell.
Just check.
Really, nothing supernatural. So the hunting grounds is natural.
Wait, now,
I failed my check,
Wait.
Joe.
is this our doubting Thomas
Joe.
claiming that she got the wound in the hunting grounds?
This
'Cause
is
that's...
me. This is Sean asking. Okay, I'm sorry. Getting
No, he
excited
just
and
failed
I'm
his
just
occult
like-
roll. No, this was definitely
Yeah.
supernatural. And no, it happened at your second wedding. Jesus.
The
Oh,
cocaine was...
no.
It's
cocaine
the
was supposed to
degradation
be
of
in the
Western
game.
culture is what it is. I mean, honestly, 2 weddings in hell,
Yeah.
both
Wow,
of them.
Joe.
Wow.
Wow.
Yep.
Flappy Arms, Chet Flappy Arms
2
Atkinson,
different men.
Hezekiah,
Okay,
And then,
gonna
you know,
count fuck
now
arms,
2
so-
weddings. I'm just saying, it's getting a little much.
You are kind of a Black Widow at this point.
Right, no
Yeah,
doubt.
I'm like, what's the word I'm looking for? Black.
Oh, Victoria.
Dyeing her hair black or something.
But are we going to progress to the church? Nah. Or, well, the graveyard, rather.
Victoria wants to get rid of that fatigue. Oh, never mind. She's fine.
Yeah, Victoria got rid of her fatigue. She picked up a minor addiction in exchange for her fatigue.
Dope. Seems equal.
It's alright, because you'll always have this Vim and Vigor juice. I mean, because Phineas will always be around, right? You're gonna have to stockpile it, like carry 15 pounds of it and be like, we'll meet you in Shanfran in 4 months. It's gonna be awesome. I love it.
Oh, my heroin days.
Well, maybe we'll be able to keep Gary and Denise around, so like...
Right, just Deus Ex Machina in a can, just ready to go.
Yeah, yeah.
So eventually you guys are going to come back, you're going to be losing like whole limbs. The 4th time you come back from the hunting ground, you're just going to be stumps, like...
rolling around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his name? Still gonna ask you to go on a mission. Lacey.
Lacey, yeah.
I need you to roll over to the church.
Victoria wants to get the grime off of herself. She feels dirty as heck.
I mean, there is very little by way of potable water.
She
Clothes?
feels nasty.
Oh, clothes? I
Yeah.
forget, did you guys have a second outfit in your bags?
No.
Man,
I
you
didn't
are
know
wearing
about it.
potato sacks into the field.
Fuck. Is there any, like...
Like an outfitter out here? A tailor?
Oh, I was gonna say
Where's our
dead
Aunt
bodies
Taylor?
or something.
Are there
I guess
bodies?
there's dead bodies are walking around.
Oh, well, yeah, certainly if you go... I mean, you're headed back through the battlefield. You'll be able to loot something roughly equivalent to your size. It ain't gonna be like, oh, this is clean, because it will have been worn as by a corpse as it died horrifically. But, I mean, you might be able to get
Just pull
something,
some
you know?
pants.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah. No, pants and burlap sacks. Well, pants, boots, and burlap sacks, you managed to scrounge that much. Not everybody poos themselves. You know, some people just win.
Yeah. They just piss themselves, right?
Right.
I just like how I'm walking through in this like immaculate suit.
Right, yeah,
Like,
just...
wearing bloody
Just da
burlap.
da 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 da. I am going to need a stealth roll from everybody. Opposed by the automaton sentry.
That's my best roll.
Oh.
Hey, congratulations, automaton sentry rolled a 1 on his notice
Yeah,
roll.
that's
So, yay! You guys managed to sneak past him and find yourselves outside the graveyard. Which isn't at all spooky looking.
Oh yeah.
Who's with us right now?
Just you 3.
Okay. Joe's gonna hold her arm out and be like, dog it, Joe dog it, to Vincent of it.
Oh, hi. Vincent Osborne. Nice to make your acquaintance.
Okay.
And your friend from south of the border. I heard her name is Victoria.
I don't speak Spanish.
I'm also not speaking Spanish.
Fuck.
What exactly is that accent? I just gotta know.
You'll find out later.
Okay.
I know, I've been like,
It's something.
it's something, exactly. It's something.
Oh, it's something. That is for sure.
There are 3 fellows in red robes and 3 very dead-looking fellows in graves, climbing out of graves right now. None of you have been spotted due to the dim lighting and the fact that the 3 robed fellows, C in this instance, seem to be in the process of evoking some ritual that is causing these other gentlemen, the G's, if you will, to rise from said graves.
That doesn't seem cool.
No.
What's going on
is
here,
that?
Doubting Thomas? Joe
How
Doggett?
tall is that fence?
It is 3 feet.
Yeah. Okay. Is it like a chain link? Or, I guess
Solid stone.
wire, kind of solid stone. Okay.
Yeah, you guys could crouch behind it and be in full cover.
So are like they crawling out like 50s horror
Yes,
movie
exactly.
Kind of style,
Yes. Literally like the green light in the moon and a hand bursts out of the fresh soil and you know, all of it, 100%. Yeah. They're practically shouting brains, you know?
Gotcha. I can't. I think it's during this. If it was in the early 70s, or like they used to put bells on the coffins in case they misdiagnosed the person to be dead. Well, these people, they're those.
The local coroners just really shit at their job, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
And so these guys here are being helpful, right? They're like, oh, they're saving these people.
Yeah.
From being untimely buried. That makes 100%. Well, go thank them for their service then. I mean, hell, these are clearly good guys in the pursuit of the greater good. If they're helping people that were.
Just Joe's very much the introvert and doesn't want to, they're doing their business. They're doing their thing.
Yeah. I'd rather not interrupt. Yeah.
You can go ahead.
It's role playing. I won't king shame.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. They got. They. Yeah. All right. So they don't look dead to me.
What's the chanting about? Is that just part of the thank you for being alive? Like.
Well, it's some kind of cult thing, so maybe.
The cult of please don't bury us prematurely, is that the.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So these guys, who are the ghouls, must have been buried by some, enemy cult. Since there's a battle going on.
Multiple cults. It's just a cult thing.
Yeah, it's a battle of cults. Are they dressed in the red robes like the...
The ghouls? No, they appear to be dressed like you would dress somebody for being buried. One of the suits has an open back.
An open back?
You know how they dress people for funerals, right? Where the suit is cut down the back so they can just slip it over the corpse. They don't actually have to, put a shirt on.
Okay. Yeah. Huh? What about the cult members? Are they in the red robe?
They are. Yeah. And there is clearly one in prominence. She seems to be leading the chanting.
Figured. Okay. So this is not the barrier of light that you
don't see any barrier of light, no, but you do see occasionally, and this is going to be super fun for you to explain, red bolts of energy fly off to the left of the building through the air, like they jump into the sky probably 50 feet and then leap over to the left, and then blue bolts of energy leap 50 feet into the air and fly over to the right.
I'm trying to think of is there any kind of example that I could think of as a reference? So it's jumping from the building out.
It is like a bolt of electricity that is colored. If lightning stayed, right, and was slower, it's a. travels over somewhere
Gotcha. Okay.
quarter mile away.
So it's like it's not like a beam of light. It's like
A burst,
light.
yeah,
You can see,
intermittent, like a
the...
signal's being sent or something, yeah.
Okay. Well, I have to explain that now, or do you want me?
Well, now, as a doubting Thomas, which is specifically a roleplay hindrance,
Yeah, I
explain
know.
the bouncing transmission of magical lightning back and forth every few seconds, if you'd be so kind.
Okay. So in Gloom City, it's a city of inventions with Ghost.
City of Gloom, yeah.
Ghost Rock. Yeah. Ghost Rock burns green, and these are red, blue.
Red and blue.
Okay. Red and green opposite color wheel. So
I just like making her explain it, play forth. That's the.
So obviously there must be electrical current going on.
City of Gloom, Ghost Rock, Jack.
Yeah, there's a magnet or something like producing this electrical charge that sending these.
Did you just insane clown posse magnets? How do they work? Is that what just?
No.
It's a miracle. Giraffes, how do they work? Magnets, how do they work? You know.
I was saying no. It's just it's sending a charged
Right.
It's a magnetized charge sending electrical charge out.
That's how they're powering the barrier of light. It's clearly some kind of technological thing.
I don't know. The barrier light is somewhere here.
You don't see a barrier of light currently, no.
So I guess.
Why don't all three of you give me a notice roll at -2? That's a failure.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll that with the -2 there, Vincent. That's a failure. That's a failure. Yeah, no barrier of light evident.
Is that the Exorcist in the background?
It is the cult members chanting at the ritual to raise the ghouls from the aforementioned graveyard. And perhaps send these barrier, bolts of energy off of either side of the temple to someplace a quarter mile to the right and left off either side of the crypt here. So what's the game plan, gang?
Well, Vincent, thank you for being really cool about, me, slaughtering a chicken. But it was for reasons.
Oh, no. Hey, nothing to explain to me. I honestly don't care.
Sometimes dinner,
Yeah, we've all killed a chicken or two.
Yeah, and just, me mumbling prayers under my breath had nothing to do with it.
Hey, everyone can pray to the Almighty. No problems here.
Victoria's gonna tap Joe on the shoulder and cast armor on him.
Ooh, give me a voodoo roll.
Nice.
Hallelujah.
You have all the armor.
You have all the armor. I believe that's +4 armor, in fact.
Yeah, I think so. I forgot to mention, Vincent is not apparently armed.
Okay.
Interesting.
He doesn't have a gun or anything.
You said you did that to Joe?
Yes.
Okay.
Joe? Okay.
He's just a man in a suit with a cool hat.
Vincent, not to, you didn't judge me about slaughtering a chicken, but forgive me for being so forward. How are you going to fight
Well,
with
how about
us.
you sit this out? We'll take care of it. We've done this before, this sort of thing before.
They do look
No,
like
hey.
they've done that sort of thing before, factually.
No, hey, that does make a lot of sense, but you may want me in there. There's quite a few of them.
You know what? We'll take all the help we can get. And with that said, I mean, I don't know how Joe will explain that, but she also wants to do. God, I saw it. I saw the power thing.
That's how.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, Joe doesn't know.
She's gonna be like,
Where
wow,
did I
they
see
missed
it?
me. Oh, they missed me again.
Oh, arcane protection.
Oh yeah? On whom?
We will do that. Well, Joe already has shield.
Oh, the spells! Oh, the spells! Yeah.
As long as you don't fail your voodoo rolls, you're fine.
So,
What is arcane protection?
oh, it's just the recipient. Oh, I thought it was just for. I thought it was for everyone.
Nope.
Damn it. She'll put it on Vincent
Okay.
for shits and giggles.
For giggles and shits.
Why are you rubbing blood on me, love?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry
Good
about it.
lord.
That's a lot of blood.
It's a
Yeah,
thing.
both hands there.
Just nah.
She
Alright.
draws like a little heart on your cheek with blood, and then she gives it a kiss, you know, in her burlap dirty self wearing.
With a rage, too. Hallelujah.
Maybe after we're done here, we.
No, thank you. I like short, smaller men. And she looks at Joe.
Hallelujah.
Yeah,
Alright.
fair enough,
So-
I suppose.
Is that all the preemptive spellcastery?
Yes.
Alright, so if you guys would like to sneak up on them, you can give me a stealth roll, which would allow you to get into position and potentially get the drop on them. It will be opposed by the notice roll of the 3 sentient ones. That's a yikes.
That is a piss poor roll.
That's a yikes, dog.
Are we all rolling?
Yep,
I'm
everybody's
not.
rolling.
I'm gonna aim for the lady at the top.
Wait, so you are not going to attempt a stealth roll? I guess it doesn't matter anyway because he's already failed.
No,
But
I'm gonna aim. I'm gonna aim with my rifle.
all right, first round you will be aiming.
Mhm.
Victoria manages to stealth into a position she would like. Are you? What the hell? Oh, you know what the problem is? I'm not pulling from the right. Hammers. There we
Victoria's
go.
allowed to move slightly.
She is allowed to move slightly up to her full movement to get herself into position.
Yeah.
All right. So, with that established, we are going to kick off initiative here. For some combateroni. And we will pull up the actual, I have a gunfight here somewhere, I swear to God. Huh? Gunfight? Gunfight? That is not. Oh, these sound sets are jacked again, aren't they? Alright, fuck it. We're doing the hoedown.
Oof, yes.
Alright. So. And away we go. Vincent Osborne, starting with the ace, will be up first.
Get him.
Let me unmute then. Can I get a notice roll to see who I think is the most dangerous? Just that
The leader is clearly the one on the stairs.
All right. So
12.
Vincent, as he comes up. Oh, sorry, Joe. Need to move
Which
you.
is ridiculous.
I come
So-
up to here.
It should be said that this man moves twice as fast as you've ever seen anyone run ever. 1 second he's standing there in his shine shoes, bowler, immaculate suit. The next second he is literally in front of these cultists with just leaves kicked up where he was.
Well,
And you
he's tall,
see-
sure, lanky.
You see knives appear in his hands as he's moving up between the statues. So what I want to do
The
is
glint of steel, glowing green in the arcane ethereal light of the crypt below.
I'm gonna throw a dagger at the cultist on the right.
Yep.
As soon as I get my character sheet back open.
Oh my god, take forever.
I know. And then I'm going to be attacking with a dagger on the other one, so they'll do both at a -2.
Yes, sir. Thwip, thwip.
First.
That's a hit. And you have shaken the cultist. Dagger stuck in his arm.
And with a certain combat edge, this is going to be 2 strikes. One's a freebie.
Yes, sir.
Good thing, because it's a miss.
Yep, whiff. And remember, we have to declare our targets before we act. Always, all the time now.
Yep.
Even when we're doing multi-attacks, no more of that. Alright, he's dead, so I'm putting 2 here. Because it's all blah, blah, blah. Oh, shit, I didn't need those 2, you know?
So I hit the one on the right with the blunt handle,
Mm-hmm.
and then
To make it seem cooler. It wasn't a
I
flip,
slashed.
it was
slashed twice at the other one, but missed it.
voluminous robes got in the way.
No.
Alright. Totally not dead, dude. Is going to, meander up out of the fresh soil, still caked with his grave dirt, and attempts to claw and/or bite. Claw bite Vincent Osborne. And whiff terribly, even with the gang up bonus. But that's fine, because Ghoul 2, with his surprising pace of 6. Wow, really? You're surprising. Uh-oh, Vincent Osborne is going to be in and out in the same session.
Yep.
Gosh.
Oh my god, hit from the gang up bonus. Too many hands lashing out. And Vincent Osborne is shaken from the, grasping clutches of this music just fucks everything up though, doesn't it? It just doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't sell like the atmosphere of the horror, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love this song, it is a banger, but...
I'm gonna go ahead and fail that.
What do you mean, go ahead and fail that?
I have an edge. Quite important for
Oh, good lord, that's right. Your character has too much new stuff.
Great towel.
You'll see.
Oh, yeah, there
So
you
this
go.
ghoul slaps Vincent, and you can tell it hasn't done a whole lot of damage. But all of a sudden, his demeanor changes from this cool, collected, maybe Irishman, you're not sure,
Maybe Irishman, depending on the strength of his
Thank you,
accent.
Kane. Yeah.
From moment to
Some
moment.
relief from
his
you.
eyes widen, and he is clearly angry at being touched. His teeth grind and spittle just starts running down his chin.
He didn't like that.
I don't like it.
Joe, I think you're in competition with the next hottest guy.
Ghoul number 3 is gonna roll over here and try and claw and bite at Vincent Osborne. Missing this time. But that's fine, because the leader of this whole shindig has had enough of this nonsense.
Did you girls really go last?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
Oh, we got cultists behind me, but yeah.
The
Mhm.
shaken one? Yeah. I should have done the other one. Whatever. Everything's
Every
fine.
creature under must make a guts check, huh? Well, that doesn't work there at all. So she's gonna walk up and stab you. It is noted that this lady is not carrying a rudimentary weapon, but a very ornate dagger. And it hisses through the air quite expertly. As it hits with a raise, good lord.
Oh, let's not die.
Oh my. Completely negate the damage from one successful attack to a character. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. He has played the adventure card Lucky Break,
Oh
which
my gosh.
play this card to completely negate damage from one successful attack to one character. Thank God I had that silver flask in my shirt pocket. Yeah, the what would have been mortal blow hit one of the daggers in your shirt. Your coat is
Holy
quite
shit.
punctured,
Yeah,
and
it's
she looks frazzled.
clearly a lethal shot. And he just like looks down.
Victoria Valadez Roja.
Victoria is going to head towards the entrance now, saying that homeboy flew over there. Not in the same speed, of course. Actually, just a little bit more back.
Oh,
so
you're gonna
that
get
Joe
all up
doesn't,
in his grill too, yeah.
No, she's gonna stay a safe distance.
Yeah, you're always gonna be able to see it on stream, Mike. There's nothing we can do about that. Otherwise, the audience wouldn't be able to see the results, and they're the ones that matter.
Well, no, it's good because I can't see it otherwise.
Oh, word. Well, that makes sense too. All right, so you're gonna take a shot there, Victoria Valadez Roja, bearing in mind that if you roll a 1, you will shoot the already pretty fucked up Vincent. Well, I guess he's not wounded, but boy, he's not in a good situation right now.
Quite fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Pip pip, cheerio.
Does casting aim take my whole action?
No.
Well, casting aim is different than the aim action.
You could cast aim and do a multi-action same round.
Yeah, you could
If
cast
you
aim
want
and
action.
shoot. You have to put a multi-action penalty on both actions, but yeah.
Right.
Just hit 2 actions, give yourself aim. Assuming you pass,
Yep.
of course.
Yeah, well, assuming I pass. So that will be -2.
Yeah, just hit the 1 action in the bottom left corner, just make it say 2 actions. And it'll auto do the math for you.
Dope, dope, dope. She will cast that voodoo roll. Big rolls, come on.
Voodoo.
God damn it.
Voodoo.
Benny?
Shoot. Should I waste
actually
a
don't.
Benny?
I don't know the rules of
Yeah, you can Benny that.
casters. Like what bad happens if you don't get your roll?
On just a normal fail. Give me a second here. I need to pull up. This is the first time we've ever used your magic. Cause voodoo is different. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Alright, backlash. Rolls a 1 on your voodoo die, regardless of wild die. It's just a fail. Just nothing happens.
Yeah.
Thank God for taking voodoo. Okay. Well, I mean, I guess not. Thank God. He has
Your
nothing
friend
to do with it.
JoJo, thank you for the resub. We love you very much. I don't know why my alerts aren't playing right now, but I am mad. Hashtag heated. I should be getting a big whoosh across the screen that announces it for me so I know to look over there. I reset them today, in fact.
See, you got it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Just
So-
for future reference, with a blue chip, you can just add
Yeah.
D6 to it.
Oh.
We'll get there, though. We'll get there. It's fine.
Like, literally any roll you would have made would have worked, but...
But, so you have increased your accuracy with a shooting or throwing attack. So called shot penalties are reduced by 1. Oh, excuse me, 2, because you got a raise. So if you want to shoot
Yay.
somebody in the head, for instance, it's a 2 to hit them, -2 to hit the head instead of a -4.
She will. Oh, God.
Mind you, you
And-
get a -1 from that rifle because you ain't strong enough for it.
You knew exactly what I was gonna do. Oh, God, it's still a -1 though. Should
By the
she
way, it
risk
shows
it?
Joe
Should she
is
take
bleeding
it?
out.
I'm like,
What? Joe's bleeding out still.
Yeah.
yeah.
Hot damn.
Probably don't want that.
Well, I guess. Why are my zombies not milling? Oh, they are. They're just doing so quietly.
Okay, she will
Yeah.
take out
Oh.
her precious Winchester and aim for the head of the cult leader. And let's just
I'm
pray.
aiming to remember. Okay.
Well,
Bang!
I didn't pray hard enough.
Yeah, shot fires out and whiffs. Bad lighting. I mean, people are, moving corpsely.
The good news is you have aim more than one round.
You have what?
Aim lasts for more than one round when each
True. Joe Doggett.
Shizzles.
Alrighty.
This Vincent fellow just ran up in there, got himself in a whole world of hurt. Clearly his first rodeo.
Yeah.
You know what? If he dies, I'm fine.
Alright, well, since you spent the jump aiming for that cult leader.
Yeah.
So,
So you get a +2 to your shooting
plus
roll,
2.
or
Yeah.
you could negate, points of cover or dimness. It's technically dim, but they're in the light, so you're fine.
Okay,
Yeah, so
do
+2
you
to
want
your
me to
shooting
do-
roll if you're just trying to shoot the cult leader center mass.
Yeah.
Yep. Just don't roll a 1.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was not a 1, in fact. Boom! Winchester 73 rings out. Tags the cult leader with a raise. Let's get them damage dice. Let's get them damage dice again, because that was an attack
Oh,
roll.
is that? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Shooting.
I keep mixing it up.
Oh,
There we go.
There we go, 3 wounds, which,
Say goodnight.
well, it's definitely enough to leave them shaken. And there is a big, you put a, a quarter-size hole in the front of them, and a, football-size hole in the back, and they are still standing.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Wild card.
This cultist remains shaken. He's not used to people running so fast and stabbing, so he's gonna hang out there, but
Fucking blood.
shaken status removed. It just took the 1 round. You know what he's gonna do? He's gonna lash out with his dagger at young Vincent Osborne and ace the roll. Oh my god. Hits with a raise. 4 wounds worth of damage. Are we going to shake?
Let me read something real quick.
Now, you automatically ignore the wound penalty for 1 wound.
That's what I was thinking.
But you are still shaken.
I will not.
Alright. You have taken a wound from the cultist, and he is a little surprised that you are not more jacked up, frankly. Cultist number 2 says, I'll fix that. And from Hell's Heart, he stabs at thee and hits with a raise, because...
Of course he does.
Yep. Yep. Because the gang of bonus. That's another wound.
I will soak that.
Alright, rolling the soak. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
And, whoop, you are not wounded. And with a raise, you are unshaken, in fact.
Oh.
Well, that's the wrong...
I hit the chip later on. Sorry.
Yeah, there's a problem there. Well, I was wondering, where the hell is Vincent Osborne? There we go. No wounds with a raise. There we go. Yay! Managed to cure himself completely. Victoria Valadez Roja. Boy, he's getting just stabbed to shit from every which way. Thanks for watching, Playforth. Have a great night. Thanks for the host, too, man. We appreciate it. What's the game plan, Vicky Roja? Vicky the Red?
You're muted.
Yeah, we can't hear you. That's a shitty plan if that's the plan.
Can't hear you. I'm pretty sure you said fuck. I'll translate.
Yeah.
That was either yeah or duh.
Uh-oh.
Trace.
Audio issues. You know what we're going to do? We are going to take our mid-show break with that.
Mic troubles, I guess.
Right.
I was connected with
Okay.
the webcam.
We will be back.
Victoria,
We're going to stretch our legs. People are going to think this through a little, maybe, hopefully, for the love of God. And we will come up with some way to save them from, again, one of like 5 combat sessions I assume they would just breeze through. So we'll be back. Thanks for hanging out. And we are back. Thank you for sticking with us through our intermission. Fantastic combat we are currently engaged in that is going middlingly, I would say. A little bit of housekeeping around here. You may notice that there is an empty 4th position here. That's because we are looking for you, potentially, to, join us. There's a banner below with the Discord. What's up, Porter? There is, you click that banner, you join the Discord, you hit that follow button, right? You submit an application. You could be playing on Wednesday nights and all of this Weird West nonsense. Don't worry if you don't have experience, right? As long as you got a good webcam and a good microphone, we'll teach you. Savage Worlds pick up and play, baby. After making the character, it's literally just roll this dice. That's real easy. And the rest of it comes together. It's a fantastic, fast, fluid, and fun system. But moving back to the, grossness.
One more thing on that.
Oh.
The casting couch part of it, not as bad as you think.
Not as bad as you would think. They all made it through.
Barely.
All right. Yeah. No, I'm a gentle lover. No.
Will's still on the fence with me,
That's true. Yeah. But I believe we have these zombies here milling about and this offensive action. Ghouls, I guess they're freshly revivified corpses and cult members, all in a tizzy and a flutter. And I believe that it was Victoria's turn.
Correct. Victoria is going to cast Voodoo for Barrier. She will cast it in between the cultist and the ghouls and the boy. Vincent, how did I forget his name? And man.
I'm a man.
And
It's not man.
So this... Oh, no, never mind. You are seasoned at this point. There is no negative to this. Yes. So, let us get a voodoo roll.
Come on, Victoria.
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
You have succeeded in a 1-inch wide barrier, meaning that you can block off one of those faces. Perhaps the one with the ritual dagger that seems to be wearing the more ornate robes. But that's up to you. I'm not your pappy.
The tougher one.
The tougher one.
Yeah,
indeed.
yeah. It's gonna be that boy. Or girl.
So
I don't
there,
know.
it's a girl. There is now a mystical, invisible barrier in between, it's a near invisible wall of forces as it's described under your particular trapping.
Oh, nice. Force.
Oh, what is your
Victoria.
smarts?
8.
Oh, fantastic. It's well within your cast range then.
Yeah.
Excellent. So that was Victoria. Vincent, a barrier of shimmering light has appeared in between you and the cult leader.
Okay. He is going to stab both of the cultists, and then I will use my re-attack.
Wild attack, then I take it?
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and slap that mofo on there.
Alright.
Berserk in a frenzied rage.
Yeah, he's not looking so good. But so it'll be a -2 all the way around.
All the math should be 100% accounted for. All you need to do is the multi-attack. Yep. And that's a whiff.
Whiff.
Stabbing the second cultist, and that's a whiff.
And finally, oh my goodness.
Whiff. Ah! Knives lashing out, and 2s across the board there, man.
Yeah.
With the multi-attack and the wild attack canceling each other out. Unfortunately, Boy, that also makes you vulnerable. That's gonna be a sticky widget. Cult leader remains shaken. You know what? Until they don't. But they are in rough sorts and are going to withdraw over here behind a tombstone, which will give them partial cover. And they are going to attempt to cast Fear on Victoria Valadez Roja. And she gets a 5. So what I need you to do, Victoria Valadez Roja, is just beat that with a spirit roll. Oh, guts check, excuse me. Because we are...
Guts?
Yeah, guts, not spirit. We're using
Okay.
Deadlands.
Sorry.
No, that was my bad. I misquoted the rule.
No, she's gonna...
That's not great. So, you are filled with overwhelming fear and terror and must roll on the fear table for me.
Alright. Let's see.
Oh.
Minor phobia. So in addition to the minor addiction, vim and vigor hindrance you've picked up, you now have a minor phobia associated with this in some way. So it can be crypts, which I probably wouldn't recommend given the next step of this adventure here. It can be undead folk. It can be creepy cult gatherings. It can be nighttime. It can be the city of Los Angeles. I mean, it can be anything associated with this.
What's the color of their robes?
Red robes.
Okay,
Like the
for
same
some
color
reason
as
this-
Mike's shirt, in fact.
Yeah.
Isn't your last name Red? That would be a little...
That'd be no. It's just it's giving her like hella Catholic vibes. Not the color red necessarily, but the fact that they're covered and she has Catholic stories about evil nuns.
So
And this is
you
just
pick
giving
up
her
a
big
anti-religion bent? You don't like organized religion? Or what is it?
freak. Necessarily that they're just completely covered and they're faceless to her.
I see, yeah. So the robes are scheming you out. So anytime you encounter somebody in robes, you have the minor phobia associated with them, which is fine. I mean, it's another spirit roll that you'll never fail. And there are no robed figures in the future of this module or in the rest of the Deadlands universe, so it'll never come up. But, moving on, that was Cult Leader's turn. Joe Doggett. Victoria Valadez Roja's freaking out back there. Your new buddy Vincent has literally just missed, like, he's sitting there screaming, spittle flying, just slashing air.
And so what? One more time, like, so that bullet that ripped through that girl, lady, like.
Oh, there is a
healed or
big.
just,
You can
like-
see, moonlight through her. Yeah. She doesn't seem great, but she's
almost dead.
She's almost dead.
Okay. Headshots are -2, right?
-4.
4.
And I can apply the modifier to you if you would like. Real easy peasy. Called shot head. Is that what you're going for?
I'm trying to decide if I should aim or just, no, I'm gonna,
You're just gonna shoot?
yeah, cause she, this sort of thing,
Headshots are -4.
yeah.
Hand shots are -4. Shots to the vitals, the heart, are -4. Shots to the bits are -6.
What's a headshot? I mean,
-4.
-4, okay. Yeah, just do a headshot to the blade.
You're gonna try and headshot her? Oh, wait, no. There we go. Reroll it. Now you have the modifier on you there. Wait, let me put the here. Called shot head.
Oh,
Why is that
you're
not?
doing it? Cause I'm.
The fuck? Oh no, I see. I apply. That's weird. Why is this
You applied
formula?
effects.
Let me try one more time here. Alright, give it a shot.
Okay, do I put the
Roll
modifier?
the shooting die?
You do not put the modifier.
No modifier.
Okay.
No, I'm trying to get it all automated here.
Okay.
There you go, Joe.
That's a headshot. Yeah.
Freaking finally.
Mm-hmm.
Take your fucking head off.
Boom! Haha!
Yeah, no, that, yeah, no, the head just disappears. They fall down in a heap. Dagger clatters against the headstone. They dead. They are quite dead.
Uh-huh.
Do any of the zombies or full stack?
Yeah.
They do not.
Okay.
Which is rough for you.
Yeah, it's not looking great. Hey,
And it's a miss. Hey, now he's gonna roll again. No, he's not. That's not a miss.
That's not good.
Oh my good lord. That's 2 wounds.
Yeah,
Token?
we'll soak that.
Yeah, no shit. Drop that penny.
Seriously.
I don't know
2
what's
weeks in a
going
row.
on. Yeah, man, 2 weeks in a row. It might be 2 weeks in a row. Goal number 3. I didn't realize we just had you playing like a one-off character tonight.
Yeah.
Oh my god, hits with a
We
raise.
just reskin him.
Just
Yes, just different colors every
I'm
time.
Vincent Osborne with a U. Oh my god, another wound. Not looking good.
We just have to roll before every session, just like shoot a couple out.
Cultist up first. As of course they are. He's gonna stab at you with his dagger, try and finish the job. And hit with a raise.
How is every hit with a raise?
Well, I have no idea. So they're rolling 7s, which is your parry, and then they get the gang up a +4, right? So they're beating your parry by a 4. That's 13, right? That's 12 is what they need to beat your parry to raise it. So yeah, no, it's just been. And you have vulnerable on you because you're, you know. Oh my. Stop! Stop!
Come on!
Uh,
Oh my gosh.
So that is -3 wounds on the soak there. Which, let's do the math here. Yeah, you're still bleeding out. And your wound is permanent, whatever it is. So let's roll on the injury table here to see where. Oh man, 2. Oh, you already got it pulled up. That's good. Yeah, broke your agility by 1 die type.
Won't matter, I'll be dead soon.
Stabbed you in the core. Yeah, that's let's just. Oh man, that's brutal. Okie dokie, artichoke. Cultist number 2. Satisfied that you were on the ground and bleeding out. Is, well, he just has a dagger. So he is going to run. Am I going to TPK you guys twice on simple encounters? Like.
That's what I was.
You know what? It's a theme.
You're putting way too much faith
Join
in
us.
I'm putting way too much.
Bunny's
Honestly,
real big.
Mike should have cleared everybody here with his skill set, and literally he should have walked up there and gone stab, 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 stab. One wild card in the whole group that you killed, right? With no, wasn't armored, just had multiple wounds, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's been brutal.
I've only hit 1 out of like 7 attacks.
And right up in Victoria's grill, stabbing. And her parry is 2. But she's a lover, not a fighter. And she takes a wound. Do you soak?
Oh god, I guess.
Drop a penny.
Just
Give us a vigor roll. And I believe you can drop that in the soak category and it'll automatically do the math for you. That's a yikes, yeah. Alright.
confuzzled and confused.
And Vincent dies from blood loss.
So hardly knew you.
I
Can you
literally...
please just reskin him? I liked him a lot. Man.
Jesus Christ, man.
That's Savage Worlds for you.
Oh my gosh. I love this guy.
These encounters are not... I'm just saying. They're tool. Each one of these guys should die the first time you hit them. I really... Yeah. Hey! Oh my god. And it gets the gang up bonus of 1, so it still hits you.
Right.
Even though it rolls a 1.
Oh my gosh.
Unharmed. There we go, that's something. That's a hit with a raise.
Give me that sweet, sweet damage, Will.
You asked for it. 2 wounds.
Yeah, tasty.
You're gonna soak. Drink the penny. No? You're gonna take it?
Maybe she'll take it. Oh, I'm still fucking red. Sure.
Alright, give me the vigor roll. Ah. Victoria Valadez Roja, you remain shaken. Joe dog it.
Motherfucker, Jesus. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. If I whistle, will that like cause them where it probably
They've already all acted this round, so like I think your best bet would probably be killing them. You could run up and do an opposed strength roll to try and push one of them over. I mean, there's a few things you could try, but honestly, at this point, reducing their numbers is probably the...
Yeah, exactly. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna pick or use my pace.
Now, if you walk up there, you can't fire your long rifle. You gotta use a handgun.
I know. I was just gonna punch. Oh, I was just gonna.
You're gonna punch them?
I mean, it's the same. No. Oh my gosh. Alright. I'm gonna just fire I hate this predicament. Because I only have 2 bullets left. That's for my coal peacemaker.
Yeah.
And so, oh no.
Joe, don't do it. Please, just.
I'm not. You're not dying. You're not dying. No.
Shoot, shoot, shoot. If anything, maybe the sound of gunfire will lure a couple of them off of poor Victoria.
Do either of you have cards that care?
Yeah, adventure cards.
I did.
You did? What do you mean you did?
I'm not gonna say anything.
What exactly is a point of conviction? Because I tried Googling it and I wasn't able to find anything about what it is. Exactly.
That's for the blessed.
Oh. Okay. Oh, that makes sense. Alright.
Well, I'm really glad I didn't draw your character art today, man. I very nearly considered it.
Well, his brother, Vincent
Sosborne. Yeah.
I love that. I want that to be the lore. Like, there's just 10 million of these.
Yes. Well, I'm sure he has some kind of circusy background. So.
If you guys TPK tonight, you are TPKing. When we come back, you will have new characters. I can't bring them back again. I just can't.
Oh.
Twice in 2 weeks.
Okay.
This is why we need one of you to join us, so that we can have a 4-person team.
And 4 of you could die every week.
Isn't that fun?
And spread the damage out.
And I'm not looking forward to that because that means 4 new character arts. I mean, come on, guys.
Okay, I guess I'm just trying to understand one card. The other card I have. If I would, what this card is, it's supposed to affect a creature with any of my attacks, regardless of invulnerabilities.
Yeah.
Get a free attack.
No, that means that if the thing was only affected by fire or magical attacks, right?
Okay.
That your attack could hurt it, not that it automatically hits, I'm afraid.
Well, it looks like these have the cultists, or at least the leader, had some kind of invulnerability, but...
They were really damage resistant, certainly, but they took the damage just the same as anyone else would if they got a rifle round at the chest.
Okay.
And none of the rest of these are wild cards. You took care of the predominant threat there.
Oh man, okay. Alright, I'm just 2 shots, ghoul 3, ghoul 2.
What's that?
2 shots, ghoul 3, and ghoul 2.
Alright, multi-action penalty, let's get him.
Body mass.
Yep.
Ready.
Whiff.
Okay, wait.
You have 3 bennies and no wounds.
Yeah, I know. I don't know a blue chip. I gotta do it. I'm gonna reroll. I'm gonna use my blue chip to reroll for the first attack that I had against to add a d6 to it.
Okay, just give me a d6 then. I mean, anything you roll. Well, congratulations. That makes it a 4, so it hits.
Yeah.
Standard damage.
Here's that.
Jesus Christ. You managed to roll 4 damage on 2d6. And he is unharmed. The bullet rips through the, corpse meat and does not. Man, I don't know how to tool these any lower. Toughness 7. Oh, 2d6. Sure, that's, just above average dice wounds every time, I say to myself. Yeah, no. Benny for not. Next round. Joe Doggett's up first with the queen. Joe Doggett.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
Victoria. Okay, you're next.
These have been brutal sessions. Man.
Oh my gosh. Alright.
Not designed like this.
I'm gonna walk up to them to try and get that gang of bonus. I can't them.
You would need to be closer to Victoria there, one more square.
Really?
Yep.
Like here?
Yep.
Okay. Oh man.
And remember, if you're firing, you have to use your pistol. Oh, which you fired twice there, so never mind. You'd have to reload.
I don't have any more bullets. Yeah, I don't have. I don't have ammo left. So.
Oh, good lord.
What's that? Yeah. So I got my knife and my knuckles.
All right. Yeah, punching. Probably should have gotten some ammo before we went to the mission to stop the penultimate evil, but That's for future worries. The good thing about this, guys, is that this front is miles and miles long, right? So you can just meet other combatants that were brought here by Hellstrom. It's real easy to work you guys into the script again. So yay. Hey, 6 months of character progress. I even came up with cool scars.
Victoria back? Would I be able to yank Victoria back as a movement?
Can I contend that?
Yeah, it would be opposed strength rolls. If she wants to contend it.
Contend it?
Self-sacrifice, probably noble. Yeah.
I got like stacked. I'm armored, dude.
You are not armored anymore.
You're dying on me? Come on!
Oh no, you're still armored.
No!
Never mind.
Okay,
Until she passes
Joe,
out.
I have 3 wounds, and I have a strength of 4. If you think you're not gonna beat me.
I'm not. That's true. All right.
But wouldn't it make more sense to attack the people around her than to pull her back one step?
My attacks have not been working this past 2 sessions.
Right.
So
yeah. Nobody's dice.
I'm trying other means right now. It's been shit.
Yeah, no, the dice have been brutal.
Smarter to attack. Alright, fuck it. Goal 2.
It's with a raise. Wow! Parry's lower than their toughness, hint hint. And blow! You dislocate that thing's jaw, something snaps in its neck, and it falls over in a heap. A corpse once more. Victoria Valadez Roja remains shaken.
Oh, Victoria.
Boltus boy here. That's a yikes.
Come on.
It's an all-you-can-stab buffet.
I'm gonna say no to that.
I would, because that is 3 wounds. Not today is the card she played. Adventure card. Play after any attack to change it from a success to a critical failure. Unfortunately, they are not a wild card, so they do not critically fail, but that wound, in fact, misses you. Whoop! Slips and a whoopsie-doodle. Boltus number 2. is not a fan of adventure cards and is going to stab you. And hit with a raise in a very similar series of events because, my god. And that is a wound, bringing Victoria Valadez Roja to 4 wounds, as she receives a permanent injury and is bleeding out. Where was Victoria Valadez Roja injured is the $6 million question. Why don't you go ahead and roll on the injury table for me, Vicky? You can no longer use one of your arms. Give me a D4, even is right, odd is left. They have severed a tendon in your upper left arm, and now it hangs limp and noodle-like at your side, assuming you survive the bleeding out, which, you know. That also means that the armor effect is no longer upon young Joe Doggett. The consciousness driving it, no longer a factor.
That's the one thing I'm sad about.
And the ghoul will step over and attempt to sink its claws into her soft meats. And miss. Ghoul number 3 is more than happy to make up for that oversight, though. And miss. Next round.
Come on, Will. You gotta kill me.
I'm trying! What? I mean, come on. I can only do so much.
Oh, yeah, I know.
At the end of the day, we're just gonna move Vicky over here. He's standing on top her corpse. And from Hell's Heart, he stabs at thee and hits. But you are unharmed. Cultist number 2 is not feeling that, and he's going to stab at you. And hit with a raise. And you are shaken. Joe Doggett's turn. Her shaken status removed. Surrounded by adversaries.
Jeez. She needs to die. Oh no. Alright. So So she's dead? Is she? Oh,
no, it's your turn. You're unshaken.
No, okay.
You can attack. You have no wounds on you. You are
Her
unharmed.
body disappeared, and I was just like.
Oh, is Victoria dead?
She's bleeding out, right?
Yeah, she's bleeding out. I forgot. She is not quite dead.
All right.
Oh, wait. Wait, no, ignore that. That doesn't matter there. You already have the non-functional arm. Joe Doggett, what are you doing? That being said, it can be removed and replaced with a steam
Bowie knife. Start.
Yep.
Huh?
Stabbing?
Yeah.
Do it.
Stabbing, make stabbing.
Multi-attack, ghoul 3 ghoul.
No.
Just one?
Yeah.
Alright.
No, 2. Just she's angry.
Yeah,
right now.
yeah. If you're going out, you're going out swinging.
She's gonna go for cultist and the ghoul.
Cultist and ghoul, alright.
Sorry.
Bowie knife lashes out and strikes ghoul. It screams and is shaken.
Alright.
And the cultist parries the knife away.
Alright.
Ghoul remains shaken. Ghoul 3 is going to claw and bite. And hit with a raise. And that is a wound. Are you going to soak?
Just do it, Joe.
You got 2
Sure,
bennies.
Yeah, I'm like.
You could be the last vestigial limb of this party. You could be all harrowed and troubled, or remove your doubting Thomas hindrance and replace you with, like, you know, depressed or something. I've seen some
Can you do
shit,
that?
you
can
know?
place some
Oh, I
hindrances?
can't. I can do whatever. I'm God. Yeah.
Oh.
How could you possibly still be a doubting Thomas after all you've seen, you know?
Seriously, at this point,
Yeah.
she's like, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna soak.
Oh. And soak with a raise. No wounds and unshaken. Back to fighting form. Victoria Valadez Roja. Why did it not? It should have rolled on the... Give me a vigor roll. Oh, wait. Hey, yay! You're not bleeding to death anymore. Yay!
So fucking peeved.
Your left arm is like barely hanging on though. It's gonna be amputated likely. So fun. Ghoul up first. And he remains shaken. Ghoul number 3 going to claw at Joe Doggett. And fail. Joe Doggett is up.
Alright. Another multi-stabby stab.
Multi-attack, trying to do the job. Who you calling? Parry against the ghoul,
yeah, it was
man.
on the ghoul and so.
These dice. Oh my god, man.
Alright.
Cultist. Stabbing at Joe. He's like, ho hum, hits with a raise, ho hum. And it's just D4 plus D6 damage. It's literally, it's nothing. Shaken. Cultist number 2 is gonna try and follow up. He's feeling big money, big money, big money. And miss, whiff. Next round. Joe Doggett with the Joker, giving her a Benny.
God damn. Alright.
Not at all, Porter. Not at all. We went 5 months without a character death.
I have to roll, get rid of that shaken.
Huh? Why did it not unshake you? Yeah, give me a vigor roll. Should have rolled it automatically, but... Hey, unshaken.
Cool. Multi-attack again.
Alright, -2. Lashing out, hits the ghoul.
There's damage for the ghoul.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Damn.
4
There you
wounds.
go.
The knife
Down, bitch.
definitely severs something in its neck and it flops to the ground.
And that's for the cultist.
Man, and the cultist manages to parry it away.
Alright.
Ghoul number 3 is the last of his kind and is going to attempt to bite and or claw. And he's going to hit with a raise because, I mean, come on. I might have broke the dice somehow. I don't know what's going on. Oh my lord. And that's 2 wounds. You're going to soak? I'm going to soak, she said. Haven't gotten a free Benny from the Joker bonus.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna soak.
Hey, look at that. 1 wound removed. So 1 wound and shaken. Victoria Valadez Rojas still quite unconscious, but no longer dying. Joe Doggett,
Unfortunately.
cultist, slashing out with the dagger. Just a hit, not a hit with a raise. Do my eyes deceive me? Oh no, fucking Jesus Christ. And he gets 2 aces on the damage dice. Roll the 16 on a d6, ladies and gentlemen. Just a 1 on their d4 though, so that's good. So that's 2 wounds. Are you going to soak?
Yeah.
Yep.
I only have 1 Benny left, but sure.
Drop it, might as well, huh? You gotta save Vicky. Oh shit, look at that. Boom. Removed all your wounds. And you are no longer shaken.
Cool.
Cultist number 2 is like, what in the fuck is going on? And attempts to stab you. And hits. And you are shaken once more. Round 8. Ghoul number 3 gets to go first. He is going to attempt to claw and or bite you. And he is going to miss. Let's see, does Joe Doggett get unshaken? Unshaken automatically.
I'm just gonna try one single attack.
Alright. Lashing out at the cultist and still misses, because why not? Why not? Why not? What's that, 4 on a D8? Ha! That's fun. We have fun here. I know.
Alright.
Cultist is gonna stab at you again. He's like, it's gonna stick eventually. Oh my lord. Rolls an 18 on his D8.
Come on, me.
And 2 wounds with nothing left to shake.
Alright.
Cultist number 2 is going to finish the job, he says. And lashes out, and just a hit, not a hit with a raise. There we go. We'll take that. And hey, unharmed, 2 ones on his D6, D4. My God. Ghoul number 3 is up first, and he is going to attempt to claw and bite at the now re-wounded Joe Doggett. And you know he's gonna miss, because why not? Joe Doggett remains shaken.
Joe, if you fucking leave me alive, I will murder myself.
Oh, cultist misses.
Like honor suit, like what is it?
Cultist 2 hits.
Yeah. Come on.
And you are unharmed. Next round, Joe's up first. Does she get unshaken? She remains shaken.
Alright.
Ghoul number 3, in the most invigorating combat session ever, is going to claw and bite her. And hit. And that is a wound, bringing Joe to 3 wounds.
Come on.
One more. Sweet release of death, you bitches.
Fuck me up. Come on.
Cultist is willing to give it a shot, lashes out with the dagger and misses. Cultist number 2 lashes out with the dagger and misses. Round 11, Victoria Valadez Roja gets the Joker,
Victoria.
giving a Benny.
Hey.
But that doesn't matter because Cultist acts first, and he is going to gang up and miss. Cultist 2 is not going to repeat it. His dagger glinting in the moonlight as it goes for your abdomen and finds the sweet flesh of your belly.
Come on, fuck me up.
Dealing. There we go. A wound.
Yes.
Dropping you.
Fucking finally.
You have a permanent injury. So let's roll on the injury table. Your agility die is reduced 1 type.
Again.
And we will see whether or not you bleed out. Joe Doggett has died from blood loss. And with that, a one-armed, badly scarred Victoria Valadez Roja loses consciousness on a hollowed battleground of the undead and voodoo. And the rest of our party succumb to their injuries and slip into the sweet oblivion that is death in the Deadlands. That is our session this evening, ladies and gentlemen. I have managed to kill 3 of them in 2 weeks now, which is unprecedented. It's simply unprecedented. That's too much. It's too much, bro.
Just wanna die.
That is our show. Thank you for tuning in this week. We are looking for a fourth person that would also like to die, apparently every week, against really rudimentary
Come
combat.
join us.
You notice one of these person had magic powers they were fighting, right? None of them had firearms. They were armed with dagger weapons, D6 fighting, right? And they wiped the floor with these seasoned, magic-wielding, level 5 characters. It just... There's no... It's one of those things that as a DM, you just can't... I mean... If I had made it dumb enough that they could have beat that, it wouldn't have been a challenge at all, honestly. There were one cult member kills 2 of you. I mean, seriously. Like, wow. But we will be back next week with the very battered, drug-addicted, phobia-laden, one-armed, heavily scarred, white hair-streaked Victoria Valadez Roja, and whoever the hell managed to find her in the city of Los Angeles while they were also on their mission to drop Dr. Hellstrom, the Reverend Grimm's mystical barrier and allow ingress to the city of Los Angeles. With that, I have been your marshal this evening, Will Thompson, and these have been your players. I'm not even going to introduce their characters to you again because they don't. Literally, Victoria Roja is the only one left from the original batch now. If you would have told me that when we were starting out, I would have laughed and laughed. And she literally, they're going to amputate one of her left arm. It's just a ragged hunk of meat. She still has mechanical claw wounds healing on her chest. I mean, bruh, you have seen a rough couple of days. It has been a rough couple of days. But that's all right, because it's the Deadlands universe, and you can just get it replaced with some steampunk shit. You're going to have a robot arm here. But you'll have to tune in later for that. And again, join the Discord if you want to join in the fun, guys. We're recruiting one more, and then we're all slots filled. And who knows when your next opportunity will to join the League of Gentlemen Explorers. But from the League to yourselves, may your dice always roll hot. And you guys have a great evening, man. What an episode. Jesus, what an episode.